Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And today we got some juicy news on XRP. And actually, I think we also have some bullish news on XLM. As fun fact, XRP is the second best performer in the entire top 100 today. And just guess what the number one is. Indeed, it is XLM. It is the number one performer in the entire top 100 today. Having said that, I think you guys are starting to notice it too. There's a couple of different things happening within the community that need to be addressed. One of those things being that many of these influencers, and I'm talking about Lark Davis, for example, a guy with over 1.5 million subscribers and followers, talking all of a sudden about $10,000 per XRP. But we also have a couple of others like Crypto, again, over 1.5 million followers in total, all of a sudden becoming quite bullish on XRP. It is very interesting to watch. It's quite ironical that a lot of these guys used to hate XRP and all of a sudden are switching. But honestly, it's also kind of a, well, either you get with the story or be left behind. Like for example with BitBoy, where all of a sudden he was a very big XRP fan and even the what was it now? The captain of the XRP army or something of the sort? When in reality, just a little bit before that, he never talked about XRP. I'd even go as far as to say that he sometimes said it was not that good or something like that. Having said that, I don't mind. And honestly, people can change their mind, so there's no hard feelings. It's actually a good thing. When people come to their senses, this shouldn't only be slanted upon or whatever. They should sometimes also be accepted for what they have done, I guess, for changing their mind and potentially being wrong at first or just having a epiphany, I guess, and just noticing, hey, there's other things in this world which might actually be pretty good that I was too ignorant to look into before. A lot of this though, and I have the articles to kind of back this up, but I think I can give you guys the story just really briefly. And sorry if the lighting situation is kind of awful. I'm thinking like, should I be close by? Should I be far away? Should I be like this? You know? I have a couple of different lights, but none of them are really hitting it on the spot, you know? But I digress. A lot of the price gains have to do right now with the fact that Ripple is looking so good in this lawsuit. The majority of articles that I have open right now, you know what, let me give you guys a little bit of sugar right here. So a couple of things that I have open are, first of all, Crypto saying, because we had a little discussion over on Twitter, it's kind of funny. He likes to post, hey, I have a couple $1 million to spend, what should I buy? And I said, here we go again. And he then told me, hey man, I bought XRP a few weeks ago. What more do you want? And we're kind of laughing about it over in the group chat. Somebody says, well, $300 of XRP. You gonna be even richer now. Well done. It is $380,000, just to make sure you guys understand. By the way, guys, if you're an XRP holder, make sure you press the like button on this video right now. It will be greatly appreciated as it helps these videos do a little bit better. It doesn't cost you anything, doesn't make me any money, but just something nice to do. Take a look at this. XRP records the largest network growth in months. And to back it up is the XRP price, which if we now take a look, is the second best performer in the top 100, right behind XLM. I'm not sure exactly what happened over the last hour or so, because when I last checked, let's say about 30 minutes ago, this was, it might actually be an hour and a half ago. This was plus 5 point something %, which is also why it's in this position right now. For some reason though, even though the XRP price is 52 cents, the performance is a little bit negative over the hourly. This number is either not projecting right or it's gone down significantly over the last 2 hours or so, which is why it's not completely updated in the ranking just quite yet. But XLM, which is XRP's little brother, is also doing amazing. And you guys know one of my bigger holds is QNT. And so it's pretty nice to see that that crypto is doing so amazing as well. 3 of my favorite cryptos, I guess, are doing amazing today. That is always nice to see. Continuing on, XRP network has jumped back over 52 cents on a mild decoupling from the rest of crypto back today. Yesterday's network growth was the highest in 3 months, with over 2,700 new XRP addresses being created. That is extremely bullish. I don't know what else to tell you. That is very, very nice to read. You can read in the story, though, that a lot of this has to do with the lawsuit being in such a good position. XRP pumps almost 60% in a month amid minor wins in the SEC lawsuit. And honestly, if you're asking me one reason as to why the XRP price is doing so good, I'd also tell you that it looks as if they're going to win this lawsuit, which is why the price has generally been going on an upwards trajectory. And over the next couple of months, there's just a very, very high likelihood that they're going to be victorious. Now, the exact schedule, we don't really know, in terms of we don't know when they're going to win exactly, if a settlement is going to be reached, if it has to go to trial. in terms of a jury or what exactly is going to happen. All we know is that there's a very high likelihood that this is going to be resolved before the 31st of March of next year, and that with every decision that's been made over the last couple of weeks, that has been in Ripple's favor. So the likelihood of some sort of settlement, because the SEC might not want to divulge a lot of this information, the likelihood of settlement then is getting higher and higher and higher, nearly every single day. And that, I think, is why people are buying massively. I also have one article open, but I don't think I need to show it to you guys. I could just read it. Cardano's Charles Hoskinson may fear repercussions for ADA if SEC deems XRP a security. I also think more and more guys are starting to support Ripple / XRP. The reason I'm saying slash is because they're both involved in this lawsuit. Ripple, of course, is not XRP. They're different things. The reason I'm saying Ripple / XRP is because it's a lawsuit that affects both these entities. But yeah, more and more people are starting to be supported because, well, the moment that Ripple does lose the lawsuit, which I don't think is going to happen, but alas, a lot of other cryptos are going to be in some very, very heavy troubles. And Charles noted upon it too, if XRP is deemed a security, well, ADA could be next. And honestly, the majority of top cryptos are going to be next if XRP does not succeed, which is why I found it so strange that not more are supporting Ripple with lots of just tweets and support in any way, shape, or form, or also trying to come into this lawsuit. Now, I must add that people were very not so happy with Charles Hoskinson for his recent comments on this lawsuit, but I'd say his central point is actually something that I can agree with. Ripple created something that has an ecosystem that will survive Brad, Chris, David, or anyone else. The very fact that there is an independent XRP army criticizing me is proof of this reality. The ledger will run likely for decades trading value. The merits of the use case should rest on the absurdity of applying security regulation to something that has millions of independent participants in more than 100 countries who cannot be controlled by any fiduciary of a single company. A lot of other points which he makes, you can surely debate about, but the central point stays clear. Now, at the end of the day, I don't think it matters too much whatever Charles Hoskinson is tweeting or whatever these guys are thinking about XRP or the XP Ledger. As I said before, we're holding it for whatever we think is good. I made a very elaborate video yesterday explaining both sides of the coin, which is don't fall for the hype. Don't believe in this $10,000 price prediction or so as a necessity, oh, it's certainly going to happen. Think about it more as if this were to happen, that would be extremely nice. But in reality, we have a path towards, let's say, $15, maybe even $100. The path towards $10,000 is very far-fetched at this point, and I think you should be more so focused on the short-term gains, albeit short-term still being 3 years. Why am I saying this again? Because I really, really wish the best upon every single person watching this video. If you're watching this right now, just know, I really care for you. Nothing that I say here is financial advice because, well, people sometimes look at the video and think, hey, this guy is so bullish on XRP, for example, let me put all my money into it, which is ridiculously stupid. I would never want or encourage anybody to do something like that. Yet I know in the back of my head as well, maybe some person only watches a very small part of a very big context and gets the wrong picture. He interprets things wrong, which is why I try to make it very clear, not financial advice. Everything I'm saying is my thoughts, which may ultimately be wrong. I've been wrong many times in the past, but it's about making sure that your rights are so much better than your wrongs that it kind of evens itself out. But that brings back the central point of, well, if you're overly hyped, you sometimes start to think with emotions rather than critical, radical decisions. And that's where maybe your wrongs get a little bit heavier than your rights, or you're leaving it all up to chance, which is something that I don't necessarily like to do. Point being, buying XRP, in my own personal opinion, is a very smart choice. The risk to reward is looking extremely good. And you can see a lot of YouTubers sticking with us here saying, yeah, I think it's very smart. Honestly, for that reason, I think I might even make more XRP videos than I've done in the last couple of months. On the opposite side, and this should also be acknowledged, it is very smart to diversify into a couple of different assets. You guys already know XLM and QNT, for example, other top cryptos. Well, I love them too, and I think they're going to do exceedingly well. So I personally don't think it's stupid to also get yourself a little bag of those, to just give a little example. In reality, all those ISO coins, albeit not necessarily that ISO is going to be the main thing that I'm buying them for, all those ISO coins, XRP, XLM, just pick a couple of extra ones as well, just to name a few. QNT, IOTA, we have XDC, I'm not sure if I already said that. Just to name a few are huge coins. And I personally think if you're too focused on one coin and hoping that it's going to do absolutely amazing, you're going to forget a lot of these other behemoths or, well, let's just call them cash cow potentials. And that's kind of something that I just want to warn you guys for. You know, be careful with being too focused on one coin that you forget all the rest. There's a ton of different cryptos that could do exceedingly well, which is why I keep telling you guys, diversify, diversify, diversify. And that was it for today's video. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video later today.